Untold Facts from Morali Edutech. Presence, a documentary on Suez Canal. The Suez Canal, lifeline of global trade. The Suez Canal, an essential waterway linking the Mediterranean and Red Seas, boasts a rich history that stretches over centuries. Although earlier canals were present in the area for trade and navigation purposes, the contemporary canal was built from 1859 to 1869 by the Suez Canal Company, a collaborative effort between French and Egyptian interests. The canal's inauguration in 1869 transformed global trade and transportation, greatly reducing travel distances between Europe and Asia. The concept of connecting the Red Sea with the Mediterranean can be traced back to ancient Egypt, where initial canals were utilized for both trade and irrigation. In the mid-19th century, the French diplomat Ferdinand de Lesseps led the initiative to construct a contemporary canal, gaining the backing of the Egyptian khedive. Ferdinand de Lesseps established the company de Suez in 1858, specifically to construct a 193-kilometer-long canal. The construction period spanned from 1859 to 1869. The canal was officially opened on November 17, 1869. It provides ships with a direct passage between the North Atlantic and Northern Indian Oceans through the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea, thereby bypassing the South Atlantic and Southern Indian Oceans, and shortening the travel distance from the Arabian Sea to London by about 8,900 kilometers. The canal stretches from the northern end of Port Said to the southern end of Port Tufek, located in the city of Suez. In 2021, over 20,600 vessels navigated through the canal, averaging 56 vessels each day. The initial canal was designed with a one-lane waterway, incorporating passing areas at the Bala Bypass and the Great Bitter Lake. As per Alois Negrelli's designs, it did not include any locks, allowing seawater to flow unobstructed through it. In 2014, the Egyptian government initiated a construction project to extend and broaden the Bala Bypass by 35 kilometers in order to enhance the transit time of the canal, and completed in 2015. The canal belonged to the Egyptian government. However, the concessionary company that managed it was primarily owned by European shareholders, mainly from Britain and France, until July 1956. At that point, President Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalized the canal, an action that triggered the Suez Crisis in October and November of 1956. According to the Convention of Constantinople, it can be utilized during wartime as well as peacetime by any commercial or military vessel, regardless of its flag. Historical canals connecting the West and East were established to enable travel from the Nile to the Red Sea. It is thought that a smaller canal may have been built during the reign of Senusret II or Ramesses II. Another canal, likely including part of the first, was created during the rule of Necho II, 610 to 595 BCE. Yet the only fully operational canal was designed and finished by Darius I, 522 to 486 BC. James Henry Breasted credits the earliest recorded effort to build a canal to the first cataract, located near Aswan, during the 6th dynasty of Egypt, with its completion being attributed to Senusret III, 1878 to 1839 BC, of the 12th dynasty of Egypt. In the 16th century, the Ottoman Grand Vizier Sokullu Pasha sought to build a canal that would link the Red Sea with the Mediterranean. This initiative was driven by the intention to connect Constantinople to the trade and pilgrimage routes of the Indian Ocean, alongside strategic considerations. Given the expanding European presence in the Indian Ocean, Ottoman commercial and strategic interests faced growing challenges, prompting the Sublime Porte to reinforce its standing. Nevertheless, the project was considered prohibitively costly and ultimately abandoned. Following his ascension to the position of Emperor of France in 1804, Napoleon considered the idea of building a north-south canal that would link the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea. This canal would have been easier to maintain, as it would bypass the silt-heavy Nile. However, the project was ultimately shelved due to the mistaken belief that the Red Sea was 8.5 meters higher than the Mediterranean, necessitating the expensive and labor-intensive construction of locks for its operation. This misconception stemmed from incomplete survey data collected during the previously mentioned conflict. In the years 1854 and 1856, Ferdinand de Lesseps secured a concession from Saadi Pasha, the khedive of Egypt and Sudan, to establish a company tasked with building a canal accessible to vessels from all nations. This company was granted the rights to manage the canal for a duration of 99 years, following its inauguration. From the very beginning until its conclusion, the British government was against the project. The British, who held control over both the Cape Route and the overland route to India in the Far East, prefer to maintain the existing situation, as a canal could potentially threaten their commercial and maritime dominance. International sentiment was doubtful, leading to poor overseas sales of the Suez Canal Company shares. Britain, Austria, and Russia refrained from purchasing a substantial amount of shares. However, with the support of the khedive banking family and their connection to James de Rothschild from the French House of Rothschild, bonds and shares were effectively marketed in France and various regions of Europe. Some estimates suggest that at any point in time, more than 30,000 individuals were engaged in work on the canal, with over 1.5 million workers from different nations involved overall, and it is reported that tens of thousands of laborers lost their lives, a significant number due to cholera and related epidemics. Since its opening until 1925, the Suez Canal Company established a number of company towns along the canal to support its operations, such as Port Said in 1869 and Port Fouad in 1925, located at the northern entrance of the canal by the Mediterranean. Ismailia, situated near the middle and northern part of Lake Timsa in 1862, and Port Tewfik, positioned at the southern entrance of the canal on the Red Sea in 1867. The SS Dido, an anchor line vessel, made history as the first ship to navigate the canal from south to north. Following the inauguration, the Suez Canal Company faced financial challenges. The outstanding construction was finalized only in 1871, and the traffic volume fell short of projections during the initial 2 years. The subsequent commercial and diplomatic efforts led to the formation of the International Commission of Constantinople, which defined particular type of net tonnage and addressed the issue of tariffs in its protocol dated December 18, 1873. This marked the beginning of the Suez Canal net tonnage and the Suez Canal Special Tonnage Certificate, both of which continue to be utilized today. In the wake of the Ever Given vessel grounding in 2021, Egypt hastened its efforts to expand and broaden the second channel of the canal. By early 2025, testing of new sections of this extension commenced, and the Suez Canal Authority confirmed that 2 vessels successfully navigated through the canal without any problems. The canal permits the transit of vessels with a draft of up to 20 meters or a deadweight tonnage of 240,000, along with a height clearance of 68 meters above the water surface and a maximum width of 77.5 meters under specific conditions. The canal is capable of accommodating a higher volume of traffic and larger vessels compared to the Panama Canal, as the dimensions classified as Suezmax exceed those of both Panamax and New Panamax. There exists a single shipping lane featuring passing zones in Bala Bypass, close to El Cantara and in the Great Bitter Lake. On an average day, 3 convoys navigate the canal, with 2 heading south and 1 heading north. The transit duration ranges from 11 to 16 hours, maintaining a speed of approximately 8 knots. This reduced speed is beneficial in minimizing bank erosion caused by the wakes of the ships. By the year 1955, roughly 2/3 of Europe's oil was transported through the canal. Additionally, about 8% of global maritime trade is conducted via this canal. From an economic perspective, upon its completion, the Suez Canal primarily benefited the maritime trading powers of the Mediterranean nations, which gained significantly quicker access to the Near and Far East compared to North and West European maritime trading countries like Great Britain or Germany. During this period, the principal Habsburg trading port Trieste, with its direct links to Central Europe, saw a remarkable surge in growth. The Suez Canal achieved a remarkable milestone by generating an annual revenue of $9.4 billion USD for the fiscal year, concluding on June 30th, 2023. The Suez Canal represents much more than just a passage for ships. It serves as a significant geopolitical resource, a crucial driver of economic activity, and a testament to human creativity. Ensuring its ongoing modernization and safeguarding is vital for stability of international trade and the well-being of the surrounding area. Thanks for watching this presentation. Please share and subscribe to our channel.